Walking Blind is hosted by overly emotional dudes who overthink and overanalyze everything. Nothing the hosts say should be taken as medical advice or opinion. They're not professionals, and they're about to make that very clear. So just kick back and hang with them, because you've earned it.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Walking Blind podcast. This is episode 23, and by my counts, this is episode 3 of us sucking Liquid Death's dick. So what's up, Liquid Death, and what is up to everybody out there listening? My name is Mike Alcibar.
And I guess I'm Mike Perez.
I'm saying that now because I need people to get used to my last name, since it's been noted that neither one of us want to give up Mike. Even though I think Perez is a lot easier to say than Alcibar, it seems like I'm going to lose this battle.
That's true.
So
I think you should just go by Diamonds, dude. That's it.
But people don't know Diamonds.
They can start today.
I've been trying to get rid of the Mikey Diamonds name for so long now.
Yeah, we'll just go by full names.
All right, cool. Yeah. What about Michael and Miguel?
No.
No. What about Mike and Mikey?
Yeah, I'd go. Wait, who would be Mikey? Me?
You.
Yeah, I'd go.
There's
with
a
Mikey.
bigger demographic of people that know you as Mikey than know me, because for me it's only family.
That's true. I felt that this weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, episode 23, guys.
Episode 23. This is it's a milestone. I feel like every episode is a milestone.
Yeah.
It might not be a cool even round number, but it's a milestone.
23 is dope, dude. The greatest to do it, Michael Jordan. He's 23.
Ooh, facts.
Argue if you want to upset a lot of people, get people going, you can say arguably the next best could be LeBron James, also 23.
Sorry, I got distracted. I thought there was some nonsense going on in the back. Anyways, we are back. Yeah, episode 23. And before we forget, let's jump into this mental health check.
Follow, like, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe, follow Graham at Walking Blind Pod.
Yes. For reals though, guys. Write reviews. Help us out.
Yeah. We've been seeing a steady growth in listeners, and that's cool. And we want you guys to keep telling your friends about it. And if you don't, how about this? If you don't want to tell your friends about this show, tell us why. Is it because you don't like to hear us talk? Is it because you don't like the things we talk about? Is it because sometimes it's too heavy? Is it sometimes it's too light? Is it because sometimes we just speak nonsense? We want to know. We want answers to these questions.
Sometimes we use bad words.
Yeah, we do use bad words. I use cuss words too.
Huh?
I use cuss words too.
Hey, I like fuck.
I like to say fuck.
What's that originally from?
What's her name? I think it was the actress that was in that show, like iCarly. I forget her name. And she was on an interview, and they're like, "Do you cuss?" And she's like, it was genuine for her. Like, yeah, sometimes I cuss.
That's funny. I don't even know it from TikTok and everyone else doing it. Yeah, mental health check.
Mental health check. Where you at?
I feel like I'm going to be good. I feel like this week should be a pretty stressful week. I kind of had I kind of came to a decision on something, and I feel better. I feel good about it, and yeah, I think this weekend was also nice. Like I mentioned, it was my 20-year high school reunion, and it was cool. It was cool to see some old friends, some friends I've seen, and pretty much since we graduated. And so it was nice. It was nice. It was cool to have like it was less intense of a weekend. You know what I mean? It was super chill.
Yeah, you didn't really go hard this weekend. I went harder than I expected to go this weekend, but
Yeah, it was chill. I had a good time. It was, what did I do? I feel like I still did stuff, but everything was super chill. But mentally I feel good. I'm trying to like walk every night. Even it sounds crazy, but lately I've been like walking around my kitchen counter just cause.
Like the island in your kitchen?
Yeah.
You just.
I did 2 miles.
You did 2
night.
miles.
2 miles last night.
Mike, go outside.
I know. Well, I want to. I never planned to do 2 miles. I don't even plan to do 1 mile. I just put on a podcast or I put on some YouTube video or something, and I'll walk around, or I'll put something on TV.
Yeah.
And I'll watch it, and then I just get stuck. I just do it.
So
yeah, I should walk outside. I know, but usually when I do this, also it's like kind of late too.
So is there like, I mean, there's got to be at least one member of the extended family currently in the household that's just sitting there watching you.
No, because it's
walk
late.
laps around the table.
No, it's
next
late
to your new bedroom, and they're like, "Oh, Mike's finally starting to lose it."
I called it. No, because it started. Like last night. I started my walk around like 11.
Okay.
I just it's weird. I'm even though I'm so tired. Like I feel like I'll take naps and stuff, but I just feel like I need to like get rid of the energy before I go to sleep. I don't know. Or like that nervous anxiety, weird. But I feel like that's gonna change because I feel like I said, I feel like I can do a decision. It's still, I know it's super vague, but at least I know like what I guess I should say I know what I'm not gonna do, and I know what I'm gonna do.
Is this in reference to what I think it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Is this about the text you sent me earlier too?
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So that's yeah.
I love how this show is supposed to be so open and honest, and we're always so like.
Fuck it. I'm not doing my master's.
We're so cryptic about shit all the time.
No, you're right. No. Because I hate when podcasts literally do what I just did. So, I'm it's not that I'm not going to do my master's, but I'm definitely not going to do it right now because, and I was like, I actually had a good talk with my mom. I was just like talking it out because, in all fairness, she's like, what do you want to do?
Yeah, what's the goal here? What's the end game?
Yeah, what's the plan here? Because especially the podcast, because she doesn't know. And in a lot of ways, it's been hard for me to even explain to them what it is and how it plans to grow. But I kind of explained to like one of our paths that we've been talking about to do.
Yeah. And
I know like Martin kind of makes now he's making fun of us because we say we have big plans, but we really do have big plans.
Yeah. So it's a crazy. Like the reason that we don't talk about it a lot and the reason it's so cryptic is because it feels like a pipe dream.
Yeah.
Right. And it just feels like something where like realistically this show is so new. I mean, we're 23 episodes in. So we're like just really starting to figure out like what the show is. Right. We're just really, and like we've been, I want to say there's a big part of us that's really been holding back on like pulling the contact list out to get people on this show to talk to us, right? Because of numerous factors. One, like we want to know what the show is. Two, we want to know, like what direction we're taking it in. We want to know,
like being able to optimize when we have the people,
right?
Like, yeah,
like there's definitely like we have a list in mind of people that we want to bring on. Some names that you guys will probably know, some names that you guys might not have thought of in a while. Yeah. But it's also like when can we do it that will be the best time, not only for us, but for the guests as well. Right.
Yeah.
Because we want to put out the best thing that we possibly can. And then we're also at this point where we're like, we've kind of told people about the shit that we have planned. We've talked to people about what we're planning on doing, and the reception has been really positive. But we're also at the point where like we shouldn't spend more money on this until those things fall.
Yeah, until it's go time.
So
it's like actually I was gonna make an example that won't make sense unless you've been in a touring band.
Yeah.
It's like you're like, I want to like do this, but it's like you don't own a vehicle, you don't have a trailer, you don't have the right gear to like, you know what I mean? It's just like we're working our way.
Like we want to tour, we want to do a U.S. tour, but all we have is Mom's Suburban and
Right.
you know,
And we don't have like a long enough set list. We don't even know what we want to say. Anyway, but yeah, so I think like I'm very, if anyone who doesn't know me, there's a reason why when I was going to school, like I kind of disappeared and I really didn't do a whole lot. And it's because I have to focus. There's a reason why when I was in MBR, you know, there's a lot of, I kind of disappeared. I went super into that. Like I have to like, when I'm in on something, I'm all in. And so I like, we talked about, but I'm like, for me, I'm like, I'm all in on this podcast. And even more so in the sense that like, because I still don't entirely, like I'm still learning stuff. Like I don't care. I'll say it. Every day I watch some kind of podcast video about how to podcast or video editing. Like I have to watch something just because I feel like I don't like being so green.
Yeah.
In an area like this, like I don't like that feeling. And so, yeah. So so now I just realized I just need to put my focus in this, and I'm doing this, and all the other stuff. You know, like what's nice is like I feel like I'm in other things that can carry the weight, like for Burner State, right? All the guys are all pretty active in that, and so I don't have to be the one to like make decisions all the time and stuff. So that's cool. MBR is obviously MBR. Like it's gonna when it's in my face, I can do it, you know. But right now, there's nothing that's like, you know, anyway. And so, yeah. So anyway, understanding what that is, knowing that I'm putting off my my master's for now, because I know that eventually I'd want to get it. That's the thing. That's what's make this whole. It's all really weird. I want to do it because I know when I do it, I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna learn a lot. I'm gonna learn valuable things. But just right now, I don't think I could focus.
Yeah.
And I'd be cheating myself, my education, and then also the podcast, because I literally couldn't do both like this. I don't think.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
It's and I know that's not like in one sense it's an easy decision to make, but in another sense it's not really an easy decision to make, because now you're kind of like at a crossroads of like, well, I committed so much to this, right? Like I got my degree, I went to school, and I accomplished this. Mm-hmm. And the really unfortunate part about going into social work, going into things that deal with mental health and that deal with things like this is like, this is really a thankless job.
Yeah.
Right. And not only is it a thankless job, it's not a job that comes with a massive salary or like, you know, like a huge, I mean, there's potential to earn, but it's not like a huge thing, right? It's not like you got your degree and now all these doors open where you could be making so much more than you were at a coffee shop.
Right.
So, and then when you really consider like the level of stress and what it's taking a toll on you mentally, physically, versus like, you know, essentially like making coffee at the brew with your friends, like the balance there isn't that,
yeah.
You know, like the difference there wasn't just, it wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I think with this podcast and like the kind of like cool things that would like, you know, like we keep saying that we are like trying to put together and line up and everything. It's not really about like, oh, like this is going to be the next big money maker. Like
no,
it's more about like, yo, this is an opportunity to like, to be like fully in control of the things that we want to create. Right. And things we want to do. And like, I think I talked a little bit about this, about the copyright issue that we were having with YouTube. Mm-hmm. Like I'm fully fighting. I'm fully fighting to be able to like, hey, we're using NBR music and stuff because you're in the band. You wrote the lyrics. You're the performer. Right. So like, to me, you know, it's less of a, it's less of like because these videos aren't even monetized. Right. Like we're not making money. Like, it's not like anybody's taking money away from us.
Principle.
But I'm like, yo, wait, hold on a second. Like, we should be able to use our own shit.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah. So, and the worst part about it is Martin knows all the plans. that we're working on. But talk to him about everything, and he still wants to talk shit.
Yeah.
It's fine. I love you.
You got me good tonight. You got me so good tonight.
Out in the streets, they call it murder.
Well, at some point, I'm sure we'll show what he said to me.
So
that's me, and I feel like mentally this is gonna be good because I feel like now it's like I can do hard work, and now I can really do it because I know where the energy is, and I know how to focus it now more or less, and so I think I don't know, I'm excited. I think good things are ahead of me, and yeah, hopefully in these next couple of weeks we'll hear some I don't know, like it's weird to say this. The only thing I compare this to is like this feels like MBR for me now, like that kind of, like it feels like, okay, this is, because like and I like for like I'm in like other band, like I'm in Burner State, and like I'm committed to that band as much as it can be for what it is. Same thing with No Bragging Rights, like right now, like No Bragging Rights. I'm like there's a level that we're just not in that gear, so there's no point in me. I don't have to be in that gear, right? Like if I'm for Burner State, like if I was going into that mode, things would be very, very different. Yeah, how that band would run. Yeah, and so anyway, so this feels cool because this feels like the next thing that I kind of need, which was, MBR for my life, and then school, and then now it's this. So yeah, exciting.
And there's something still kind of punk rock about it, like having to like, hey, we're starting from scratch.
Yeah,
again.
I literally know the
literally
fuck
starting
we're
from
doing.
zero.
Yeah, and it's cool. I love this. Like people ask, with MBR and like, oh, like was it hard? Like, yeah, those days sucked, but that's when it was fun. Like you're literally having to work every night to like fight for every person just to listen to you, not like your band, just give you that opportunity at least,
a chance.
Yeah,
just an opportunity.
So, but yeah, where are you at mentally?
Well, this morning. I cut my face open.
Oh yeah.
So I straight razor, like
Can you go with this, please, so we can get a close up on it, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's way deeper than it looks. No, so what happened was I use a straight razor to line up my beard, right, to just clean it up and get that crisp edge, right. And this morning, I switched my schedule because. We kind of talked about this a little bit this weekend, and we were when you were talking to Chris about like, damn, Mike's doing, here's the list of things that Mike's working on. Right? So to me, I'm like, I need to switch my schedule so I could work out in the mornings, get up early, work out in the mornings, like get back on that process. That way, I have my nights to focus on all the other shit. Whether it's voiceover, whether it's editing, whether it's anything that I'm working on, I have the time instead of like, okay, I got to rush home. I got to get through a workout real quick. And then I got to do, here's my slate of videos. Here's what I got to do. So by getting up earlier and working out, like I have no excuse, right? Because when I used to work at the other office, I had to be at work by 7. I would get up at 4:30 and I would work out. Now I'm in this cycle where I sleep until like 6:45. And then I have to be at the office by 8:30. So I just snooze. Then I get up and shower and go. And my office is like 5 minutes away. Right? So now I'm like, there's no reason why I can't. Like, I don't have to be up at 4:30. I could be up at 5:30, still work out for an hour. I could even get up at 6 and still work out for an hour. Like, there's no reason I can't do it. Right? So I switched my alarm, switched my whole process. Got up this morning, didn't work out, but I got up. Like my time, I woke up and I was like, all right, cool. So now I'm like, okay, tomorrow's the day, right? I worked out when I got home still. So I was getting ready and I had time. So I was like, all right, let me line the beard up. And I had let the dogs out and I thought that they were outside. So I'm like shaving, and I had the razor right by my face, and Chewy comes barreling into the house and barreling straight into the bathroom, chasing something I can't see. I don't know what he was going after. Probably the ghost. And he comes barreling into the house, and I had the razor right here, and I turned right real quick to like look, and I just felt it. It just like a butter. Clean like, sink, like and I was like, oh, dude. And it, it's a straight up razor blade, and it just like felt hot for a second, and then my face just starts gushing blood. I just got out of the shower. It just starts. And I was like, oh man. So I'm like trying to like put like a Kleenex to it and like toilet paper on there, like putting pressure on it. So and then I got to work. Like I held toilet paper on there for like a half hour, right? And then it was still just like whatever. I got to work and they're like, "What happened to your face?" And I was like, bar fight. They're like, how come none of the rest of your face is messed up? It's just that. I was like, yeah, I cut myself shaving. Like, really bad.
You don't get the, what do they call it? Like the butterfly?
I don't have any. I don't have any, any of the bandages or anything. I don't have Band-Aids.
Crazy
walking
lip?
looking like Nelly.
Crazy lip. That was my.
So that's how the day started. But
hold on. How are you with blood?
I'm not bad with blood. It doesn't bother me.
Okay. I went through a whole phase where I was getting bloody noses like twice a day. And it was rough because I'd feel on the verge of getting like sick or passing out because I can't do blood. And yeah. Anyways, I'm glad you could do it because like as I'm processing that, like to have a big ass gash and have it come down.
Like if I think just because it was on my face is the reason why it bled so much. Like it's not as bad now. Like and it just looks like a tiny little thing. But I was like, man, it'd be way cooler if it was like along my eye or something like that. Fucking Sub-Zero.
You can still do it.
Yeah, you come by next week and have the fucking all these different cuts on my face. Like what happened? I was trying to find the coolest one.
Cool one. The cool cut. The cool cut. Cutting yourself's bad, kids.
Yeah, don't do it. But yeah, like I'm Martin once again has kind of been giving me shit all weekend. You gave me a little bit of shit this weekend, and I'm like I got blindsided basically by something that like right around the time, and this is gonna sound cryptic, right around the time we started this show, like the day that I bought that camera, was kind of when things were like had started happening, right? And then it was like 1-2 weeks later that just like stopped, right? Mm-hmm. It's just like, okay, whatever. And then like out of nowhere, all this shit just starts like picking up pace and happening again and like reigniting. And something that I had kind of like just put away as like, oh, that's whatever, So now I'm just I'm just trying to figure out what this is. And I'll talk more about it when I actually know. Like I'll be open and honest with it when I actually know.
Yeah, and this, I mean, because this is different. This is like,
yeah.
Like for me, mine just involves me. Like my
yeah,
my thing is just me.
Yeah, mine involves a lot more than just me. Yeah. So there's that going on. There's the I've been working a lot with our buddy Andrew on a project for him as well. So the plan is, we're building something fitness related. And I can't say much more than that because it's not my project. I'm just kind of like involved. But we've kind of seen that those pieces kind of started to fall together too. So, it's like there's so many irons in the fire right now that, I don't like, I'm not super, super superstitious, but I also like don't ever want to fully talk about things because if they don't happen, then you just look like the asshole.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I feel like I'm talking about MBR a lot tonight. MBR had a rule. We didn't want to hear about things until they were confirmed.
Yeah.
Like you could, I guess you could say like, it's like, hey, you're submitted for this, or hey, this person reached out, and like that's it. But like, don't keep bringing it up. Don't say, hey, I reached out or this happened. Like, I don't care. At least for me, I don't care.
Don't give me progress notes. Just tell me when it's.
Yeah. when it's either yes or no.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So we got good news coming, guys.
And there's some cool stuff on the NBR front too. That is, you know, potentially.
Yeah.
Another thing that I wanted to talk about is speaking of like kind of the music scene and speaking kind of like, you know, about our area. So we had like a crazy scenario. So like maybe like I want to say like 6 months ago, 8 months ago, something like that. They started putting on shows at this bar in San Bernardino called the Marquee. Now, true story. Our old Torture Culture drummer was involved with setting up shows there, so we ended up at a show there one night, and that's actually the night that I really met Jesse Toka. Was at the Marquee.
The Marquee?
Yeah. And that's kind of the night that we like started hanging out. And then since then Jesse's ass has fucking weaseled his way into being part of the crew. And I fucking love you, dog. But like, you know, that was the night when we were like really first started hanging out with Jesse, was at the Marquee. And there's always these talks like, oh, are you guys gonna play here? And in my head I'm like, no. Like, we're not gonna I'm sorry, like, we're not gonna play here. Like, this is just one of those places that, like, I mean, I'm not against the grind. I'm not against playing at like tiny places, but just every time I was there, I was like, this place is sketchy. Like, it feels sketchy. Every time I'm here, it feels sketchy. And not in like a, yo, this is sketchy and kind of cool way.
Okay.
Right? It was like I felt nervous every time I was there. And it just like, and this weekend we found out that there was actually a metal show going on, and there was a shooting. And I don't know the band. I don't know the name of the singer of the band, but from what I know, there was like an altercation with bikers at the bar.
Yeah,
right.
There's some kind of biker thing.
Some kind of biker thing. There was a fight. There were shots fired, and the lead singer of the band got shot mid-performance, and he's the one that died, right?
I don't think so.
I know that one died and like 4 were injured for gunshots. But
no, I think the singer was the one that had he was in surgery, but he came out okay.
Oh, he did. Okay.
I think so, because I'm reading here, there's not really a whole lot, but like talking with some friends, kind of from what they had heard, that they knew that their buddy, who's the singer and I think the guitar player, like they both got shot, but I think the biker that was involved in the altercation was the one that was killed, because I think he's the one that got like.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because it says, let's see, 13-year-old San Bernardino man was identified Monday as the person killed in a shooting that injured 4 others at a bar. James
Did
Vincent.
you say 13?
No, 4. He was 32.
Oh, I thought you said 13-year-old.
Oh, no. James was found along with 3 others suffering from gunshot wounds at about 9:50 p.m. Saturday at the Marquee Lounge in San Bernardino. Dixon was pronounced dead at the scene. Jesus. 3 others were wounded at the bar, were taken to the hospital. A 4th person who was wounded arrived in the hospital later. Police say all our victims were listed in stable condition on Monday.
Oh, good. Okay.
That's good.
I for some reason, maybe I just read it wrong. I thought that it was like the singer of this band that had died. But I mean, just like, dude, just imagine that, like, you're just at a show or you're on stage and like you're not even a target, dude. You're just there. And
yeah. Because that's what I was asking. I was like, that's kind of crazy. Because I was just like, were they targeted? Yeah. Or was it just like a fight
it's one
that
thing like
came
you're
in?
on stage and somebody walks right up to you and like targets you, but it's another to just be like caught in the crossfire of, you know,
because it's
something that you're not even involved in.
Yeah, it's nuts. I mean, you know, on much smaller scales, you know, I'm sure both of us we've been in the crossfires of just fights during our set, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And like some of them have gone out of hand, and usually, you know, I think we've always managed to stay clear of them, and we're always fine on our end. But you never know, man. Like,
yeah.
And I guess this one kind of, I don't, is that kind of is it a biker bar?
I think like it was at one point, and then they're trying to kind of change the image of the place, but you know, like you can't,
Right.
you know, it's very hard to shift out of something like that. You know, like it's not in the best neighborhood, it's not in the best area.
Yeah.
It's, you know,
Yeah, just that. I mean, this could have been, you know, it happened to be a metal show. This could have just easily been a punk rock show. It could have been a hardcore show. It could have been any other kind of show. It just sucks. Like that's what, like I love fights and sports. Love it. But fights at shows, I don't understand it. You know, I've said this before. It made sense when you're getting rid of like Nazis and drug dealers, like back in like the 90s.
Yeah.
Like I understood it for like the violence of that, like to clean it up.
Right.
But now it's just like you're settling differences. It's like this isn't the place.
Yeah.
You know, and you know I'm not gonna pretend to know what the situation was between I think we're heard it was bike gang affiliated thing. But you know, it's sad that it has to happen, period. But it's sad that it happened, you know, at a place like that where like it's fun, it's music.
You know, what's wild is that I mean, not even just with bikers and you know, like things like that, but like violence in general is getting so much more intense and so much more common nowadays that like, I remember when I first started riding motorcycles, first started riding Harleys, I love the image of like being on a fucking Harley and like, you know, you have your
You look cool.
you
It
got
looks
your
cool.
symbol on your back.
Mike
your
looks
emblem,
cool when he rides.
You know, it's debatable now. I've got a gut now, and every time I ride, like it's gotten worse. I can feel it like shaking, and I'm like, oh, it's not a good look. But so I remember when I first started riding, I had designed this this artwork that for a clothing line that I was working on at the time, and it's a like Day of the Dead style skeleton wearing a suit and holding a torch or a lantern, and it was supposed to be like the, you know, the whole the gentleman thing, but like we got to light the path, you know, the keepers of the faith type thing. And so like I designed this, I was like, yo, this would be a really cool back patch. So I was like researching shit, and I was trying to figure out like, all right, what can I do that like won't cause problems, you know? And I actually talked to a buddy of ours who was in a club for a while, and he was like, you know, as long as you're not running like top or bottom rockers, which show like club names or like territories or cities or anything like that, like generally you should be okay. So I just like, all right, cool. Like I had it made as a patch, right? And then I gave one to my cousin, and like to me, I was like, this is such a meaningful thing. And he's like, cool, I'm gonna use this to play paintball in. And I was like, you fucking son of a
Like, that's not
that's not what this means. And then I remember I was gonna give one to Martin, and Martin's like, "Doug, I love you. I'm not gonna wear this on anything." And I was like, all right, fine.
I have a stationary bike. I'll wear that shit on. I'll wrap it on there.
So like I made 4 patches. I gave one to my cousin, I gave one to Daniel, and I have one that's reserved for my future wife now because Martin won't use it. But anyway, so like, and then now it's gotten to a point where things are so crazy that like I have mine on a vest and I won't wear it. Just because I like it, and obviously it doesn't stand for anything, but like I don't want problems.
Yeah.
Like I want to just ride my motorcycle and not have issues, you know. So it literally just hangs in my closet now. It's got dust on it.
Yeah,
but yeah, dude, like it's just so yeah. This venue in San Bernardino, I remember seeing like the posts and stuff, and I was like, holy shit! Like this is a place where our friends play. This is a place where hardcore shows happen. This is a place where punk shows happen. And now what? Like, are shows dead there, or are they? That was really bad use of words there. But our show's not going to happen there anymore. Or are they going to try and continue this? Or are they going to try and keep this like, oh, don't worry, it won't happen again? You know?
I really hope that, again, I don't know the like details. Like I'm assuming, like we said, like we've heard it was biker stuff. Like,
but we don't really know.
We don't really know. But as far as I know, I don't think it had to do anything with like scene related. Like I don't think it
did either. Yeah.
And so I really hope that like it doesn't get that reputation, you know, because like it just sucks. Like stuff like this happened. Like this like year probably like 7 years now. There was a shooting I remember in Salt Lake City that was like it like rocked the scene. Like it was a big deal, you know, and it's for so many reasons. I mean, the tiny thing, it's like, well, it gives the scene looks bad and all that stuff, but on the other hand, it's just like, dude, like lives are being lost for this, like for this thing that we love and this thing that we enjoy, this thing that is like an escape, you know, or a safe haven.
It's lives are being lost, and then it's also like it puts these places, like we're already so short on places where people can like play.
Right.
We're already so short on live venues. Like, dude, nobody, like the realistic idea of playing like a place like Riverside Municipal, right? Like most people won't be able to do that because most people aren't going to be able to play a show that can bring 3,000 plus.
Yeah.
Like that's just fact, you know, even if you and all your best friends get like, you know, all your friends to come out, you know, it's still such a hard goal to attain unless you have, you know, a touring act coming through or somebody that draws like that. But like, you know, it's tough to have a place to play. Like I like playing in tiny venues where they can only fit 40 kids in there and it's packed because fuck yeah, like 40 kids. And this is just like, we get rowdy. We have fun, but there's also like a level of like, you know, yeah, we play heavy music. Yeah, we might play like tough guy shit, but that doesn't mean you want to feel like it's dangerous for you to even be playing there.
Right.
Some people might get off on that. To me, I'm just like, dude, I don't know. That sucks.
Yeah. And it's just, and it's a different type of danger, you know. It's like,
it's one thing to be like, okay, I'm gonna go to a show and it's a crew show, so I might get into a fight. Like that's whatever. But if it's like I'm gonna go to this show and I might die, that's a completely different.
Yeah, and
or somebody close to me might get hurt. You know, things like that.
And it's just again, it's out. It sounded like it was out of everyone's hands. Say that it was not involved with the people at the show, which is rough. But anyway, so yeah, we thought we'd talk about that. It was kind of, you know, literally close to home.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot closer to you. Highland Boulevard.
10 minutes from here.
Jeez,
maybe it's not far.
So, but yeah, at some point I'm gonna reach out to the bands. That would be such just a mind fuck just to even if you're just like at the show, like playing the show, and it's your friend's band, you know what I mean? Or like it's just I don't even know these guys and I want to talk to them.
And I feel for them, there's not really much more that you can really say about it other than like I hope that, you know, like I'm glad I was wrong. I'm glad that, you know, somebody didn't just die like mid-performance or anything like that. But still, it sucks, dude. But hey, dude, and this might be just bring a little light to the situation. Like, how fucking metal are you now to be like, yo, I was playing a show and I got shot on stage, and I'm back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's
the ultimate. Like
that's the ultimate.
Like. I don't know what situation he's like. I don't know what's gonna happen.
I mean, I'm hoping that eventually you come out of this and you do come back. Obviously, I've never heard your band. I don't know who you are. But just as a like man to man, human to human, I hope that this doesn't deter you from doing what you do. Right. That you continue to do this. But at the same time, like if you do come back, dude,
that's
a game changer, dude. Like
I love that.
It's like the 50 Cent. Like I got shot fucking 9 times. Like here I am.
Dang.
So.
Well, we'll keep you guys posted on stuff like that. We're still kind of on the outskirts of a lot of this stuff, you know, and I'm sure it'll be a minute until there's, you know, more details about everything. But yeah, just want to talk about it. Do you want to just go into questions, or?
Yeah, we can.
Just hammer them out.
Let's do it. So I want you guys to know that Mike went on the live, and now I have a wall of questions. But because you know his face has always looked so funny, now he decided to pose every time he screenshots. And for those of you watching this live, I want you to know. Let's see if it'll get it to focus. I don't know. I don't think it will.
Maybe you tap it.
No, the camera's too far away. I'll put a picture right here.
Yeah.
So let's hammer these out. Let's get quick responses.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
That's part of why I like to read them while I do them, because
Yeah.
it's like almost like cheating, kind of.
All right. So Heather HP asks, do you ever feel that you've been affected by feelings of edginess, anxiety, or nerves?
I mean, yes.
I mean, yeah, all the time.
Yeah, I was laughing because I thought it was going to be the question about
Are we having a?
when's our high school reunion? And it was literally like 2 days ago.
Look, it just happened.
It just happened, and I sang for it. Heather.
Yeah. So, do you ever feel that you've been affected by feelings of edginess, anxiety, or nerves? I feel like it's every day.
Yeah.
For me, at least, it's every. You know.
Yeah.
I overthink everything. I have anxiety about everything, and so especially, and you know this, especially when something good starts to happen for me, I'm like, the fuck, like, start freaking out. Yeah. So all the time.
Wait, before we go any further, I have to say this. So I got asked to sing for my one on the Friday night of the. It's not just my class. There's like our school's tiny. They invite all the classes basically. I got asked to sing, so I recruited my buddy Edson to sing. Have you seen the video?
I did. That you posted?
Like the actual, like with him singing, like his. So
when I saw you guys were both, he was playing guitar, you were singing, right?
Yeah. So
Tiffany posted it. Ramos.
Okay, the full thing.
I don't know if it was the full thing or not.
Anyway, my boy Edson can sing. Like, as soon as he was like messing out, I was like, all right, Edson, you're doing. Cause first, I think we were gonna go like verse, chorus, like split them up, kind of that. And then I was like, how about you do the first verse and chorus, and then I'll come in on the second verse. He's so freaking good. He's so talented. And then him and my other classmate Amber, they sang on Saturday, and they killed it. So it was cool. I have very talented classmates, and it feels weird that I'm the one that did music. Yeah. Like I'm the one who like
like everybody's so much more talented than me. What's happening here?
Yeah, but anyway, I just wanted to shout them out real quick because they like. I mean, I got to be on stage with Edson and hear him sing. Like I was freaking blown away. He's so freaking good. Anyway, next question.
Music question for both from our boy Chris. When you show up to a show, does it ever discourage you when there is only a few people, and do you still give the same energy regardless of the size of the crowd?
No. The only thing.
No, it doesn't discourage you, or no, you don't give the same performance.
No, it doesn't discourage me. If anything, I more think of like because I've seen such good examples of like, because every scene has the potential to be like good, right? Like we've played some sick shows. This little place called Lethbridge, Alberta, I think. Alberta, Canada, Lethbridge. Like I think the entire scene is like 20 kids.
Oh shit. But they come out.
The entire scene shows up and they go hard. They go
hard, yeah.
Yeah, they were going so hard that they were literally flying through like our merch tables and we didn't care.
Like it's like a backyard wrestling event.
It was insane.
That's so sick.
Yeah, and then and so it's like one of those things where like, you know, on paper it's like Lethbridge, But dude, when I saw that, I was like, fuck yeah. And then what was cool is that we became friends with a lot of those dudes, and then they'd come out to our Calgary shows. And so it was, anyway, all that to say is, I always just get discouraged or disappointed when I can tell like a promoter hasn't put much love into their scene.
Yeah.
And they're not investing in their local talent, or they're exploiting their talent. You know what I mean? Like I just, that bums me out. But as far as like show size, I don't think I've ever really cared. Like I think when I was younger, like, you know, sure, a little bit your ego comes in and you're like, oh, there should be more people here. Like I think everyone thinks that at some point. But I don't think I've ever changed performances. I think I can say that pretty confidently.
I had a big problem with that when I was younger. Like I had like it used to really discourage me when people wouldn't come out. And it really used to bum me out. And then it really wasn't until later that I really realized it, and I was, you know, taking kind of those experiences for granted, because that's like really kind of what molds you and shapes you. Mm-hmm. And I've admitted this to Steve, to Chris, to like all the dudes in Creative Void. Like I was a fucking child, and like I had like a big, like, you know, it was the idea of like fake it till you make it, until like, and then it just like I didn't figure that shit out until way later, you know. And then when I did, I was like, oh yeah, I get it. I missed out on some things. But I mean, dude, like even for Tough Love, kids didn't give a fuck about torture. I mean, some people gave a fuck about torture culture, but most people just kind of hung out in the back, sat at the bar. Yeah. And I was like, hey, we're here. You know, if they'd have given me more microphone, I'd have gone all the way back to the bar, but I ran out of cable. You know, but I think that now, I can say this now, like I think it's just really important that like, dude, even if there's one person there that fucks with you, like you want to give that one person a show. Yeah, you want to give that one fucking person a show.
Yeah, don't punish the people that showed up.
Yeah, it's like
go later, like go on a rant on your social media if you want. Like,
don't even do that. Like,
I mean, don't do that. But it's like, I've never understood when like you know, most of the singer will be on stage and just take a shit on the crowd and kill the vibe of the few people that are there. And it's just like, bro, like these are the people that came to support you, man. Like, you're taking it out on them. I don't know. I think, you know, and like we've had, MBR had a really, like even towards the end of our time, we had a really tangible experience with this, where, you know, we were in Europe. You know, we were still trying to make a name, trying to build out there, and we had done our own little mini headliner, and we had the agency come out that books us, Avocado, and Marco, the top dude, he books all, like a lot of the bigger bands that come through. Like it's his agency, and so he came out to the show and it was the smallest. I want to say maybe 15 people paid, maybe, and like I don't know. I guess we could have been embarrassed, like, oh, like we're playing for like in front of nobody for the biggest name right now that could help us, that could literally help really change our trajectory in Europe. And you know, as soon as we started playing, like I've always been really proud of MBR's ability to just like, we genuinely enjoy playing, and we're gonna you know, we play for who's there. You know, we've literally had to play for the bands. Yeah, like we've done that before too. Yeah, you know, and we just chalk it up to like, okay, well then we're working on stuff. You know, then we try this. We'll figure this out. Then we get tighter, or let's try to introduce that song that we've been thinking about. You know, anyway, so we played that set, we did our thing, and Marco was just impressed with our kind of, like, he could tell that we were still doing our thing, and so he booked us personally from then on, and our next tour in Europe was Terror, Stick to Your Guns, Comeback Kid. You know, it was that big Never Say Die tour. Yeah. And then our last tour in Europe ever was with Funeral for a Friend. Fuck. Yeah. So, you know, it's I mean, it's easy. I understand. I'm not going to lie. I can understand why people would fall into that, and I'm not gonna give it my all. But I don't get it. Like just like rock. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. So question from Kristen. Why is Chris so funny and sexy? You would probably know better than us. You had a child with him.
I'm gonna go ahead and say chest hair. Lots of it.
Lots of it. Back hair.
Back hair.
Sandals, mandals, whatever. What else? What else? I don't know what else.
The Christ. What is it? The Christ ones or whatever.
What's your current playlist from Chris?
Shoot. I'm falling back into. I went on this really, like my find of the pandemic. Where I think when I stepped back, there's like a couple artists, but like the big one of the big early ones was Mind Force.
Yeah.
And I'm like getting really back into that right now. So I don't know, but I'm in the same breath, I'm listening to like a lot of the Noisettes again.
Nice.
It's weird. I'm going back to like my pandemic mix.
Nice. I've been listening to this artist. A lot of these songs are apparently older, but this dude named Ryan Caraveo. It's kind of hip hop. It's kind of just like it's almost like emo, like real. It's like some of it's kind of sad, some of it's kind of just like
old Akon.
Old Akon. And then I've been listening to the new Blast record.
Is it a new record?
It's a new record.
I got too excited.
Yeah.
He has a new record?
So yeah, currently that's where I'm at. I'm in like the vibey kind of emotional hip hop mode.
Cool. Actually, I'm not gonna put it on, but I'm gonna fucking blast.
At Martin James asks, "What's the first thing you do when you get in the shower?" Well, I wet my head.
I usually I'm gonna answer this for real.
Right,
so stupid.
What do you do?
I don't want to say. I would say that my first move is I get my back.
Your back?
I was like when I walk in, I'm always like laying in the water at my back first. I don't know.
Okay, so if I'm really I really do like I wet my head first.
Stupid
but
Martin.
I think that which this reminds me of something else I wanted to talk about. But so I always turn the shower on, and then I get in the shower, but I don't let the water hit me. I like reach in to see if it's too hot, right? And if it's too hot, I'll like adjust the temperature, and then once I'm in there, I like go head first, and then
nice. So, okay, fuck, this is so stupid. We're talking about this. So at my shower, it just doesn't get too hot. It gets hot, but I don't have to really worry about that. I've never had to.
Mine will fuck me up.
Yeah, so I crank it. So my move is I crank it, I brush my teeth, and then I go in. Because brushing the time it takes me to brush my teeth, but I just pop right in.
Yeah.
Martin,
Martin.
Why you make us talk?
Right. Oh, so this brings me. So today I was trying to figure out why things felt different, why things felt weird. I was like, did I cut my face? Whatever. I wore straight up boxer shorts today after years and years and years of only wearing boxer briefs.
The nut huggers? Oh.
So no, they have the little. I've thought about that though because our boy Steve speaks highly of them. I feel like I'm a grown man now and I can wear them. Anyways, so I wore boxers for the first time today, and I've worn them around the house and stuff, but never a full day like at work and stuff like that. And I don't know how to feel about it.
So
all that's
just openness,
just open.
Airy openness,
but at the same time, like I don't know. I don't think I liked it. Felt like I had no support all day. Emotionally, physically, mentally. So, yeah, take that for what you will.
Well.
Back to boxer briefs. So 2 questions about episode 23. One from Chris, one from Martin. Mm-hmm. Did you guys ever think that you would be getting ready to record episode 23? And since it's episode 23, shouldn't you be talking about Michael Jordan?
We did already.
The answer is yes and yes.
Yes.
Yes
Yeah.
and yes.
Yeah. Once we got past the third episode, I was like, we're
doing
we're in.
We're doing this. Chris asks, how long have both of you guys been friends, and how did you guys meet? I think we've talked about this.
Yeah, I met because I coached him. So I met him at the academy.
That was 06.
So 06.
Yeah. And Martin said, Mike, you weren't even there. I don't know what that means. I don't know what you guys were talking about at that time.
I don't
know. I've noticed you've been featured a couple times on other bands' songs. How open are you to be featured on a track, like for Buddy's bands, and what considerations are taken on your part? This is from Max. Before you say that, I want to tell you something. I watched a video today where Snoop Dogg was asked how much he charges to be on somebody's songs, and Snoop Dogg was legit like, yeah, I'll give you 16 bars for $250,000. And when it's time to shoot the music video, I'm going to expect another $250,000 to be in that music video. So keep that in mind when you talk about doing features.
All right. So I guess 250,000 is about where I'm at. So for me, it comes down to, I need to hear this. I need to hear the song, and I need to know the lyrics content, right?
Yeah.
You know, obviously, if I know the band, I'm like way more open to just be like, yeah, I'm down, and then let's see. But I still want to see the song. Like, I still want to know. Like, even with when Mike was telling me about jumping on, do it. I was like right away, like, yeah, I'm down. But it's like I still need to hear what the song's about. And then when he told me what it was about, then I was like 100% down. I was like, oh yeah, like that's so sick. So yeah, I want to hear. If a band asks me, I'm always open to, but I just want to know kind of what the band's about, and yeah, I don't know, what was there more to that question? I guess I shouldn't drop like my price or whatever, huh? But
you shouldn't drop it as in you shouldn't go lower than $250K. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, but yeah, if it also depends on my availability too, because like.
It depends on Mike's availability, Kelly's availability, and my availability.
Yeah. Actually, for real. Because if neither of them are available, then it's like I'm not going to record it on my phone. So, but yeah, it's just a couple things go into it. There's been very few times where I've had to say no just because I was so busy and I just really couldn't find the time, or I knew like at the time I knew Kelly was like really busy and like it was just kind of a nightmare. And for the time frame that they needed it just wasn't going to work. Yeah, it comes out to time and then just the content. I want to hear what it is, want to hear what the song's about, because I'm putting my name on it, I want to know.
Yeah. All right. Ty, Mr. Seltzer asks, question for both Mikes. If you could be a professional athlete, what sport and team would you play for and what time period? I have an answer for this, and it's not just because it's episode 23. I would want to play on the 96 Chicago Bulls. Straight up.
Damn.
Like, dream team. Yeah.
Oh my.
Don't know what I would do on the team. I'd take league minimum and just hang out on the bench.
Just keep being front row.
Straight fucking all-stars,
just
dude.
Fucking hearing Michael just rip into his teammates.
Yeah, just to own a ring from that era.
Dude.
Like, yeah, dude, I'm the other Mike.
Damn.
I'm the other Mike again. What the fuck?
Dude, yeah, there's only one Mike on that team.
Yeah.
Well, dude, okay, mine sounds so stupid. I think I'm gonna change it. Well, I'll tell you what. Okay,
the 96 Angels.
Yeah, dude. Just because, like,
Angels in the 90s.
Yeah, Angels in the 90s. It was just a fun era. Like, there's
like no one in the stands.
Yeah, like my favorite players were on the team. I probably would have done like 95. Cause I think Mark Langston was still an Angel, and he's one of my all-time favorite Angels. But not the freaking Laker teams that won the championship or the Bulls.
Yeah.
I think another one, if you're going on that, even though I have like no skills in hockey, but it would have been really cool to be part of that like 2012 first Kings Cup run that they did. I mean, yeah. So,
and this is a total sidebar. We keep getting sidetracked, but have you guys out there ever seen the videos? I'm sure you have at this point on TikTok if you like sports or Instagram. The Savannah Bananas, the league.
It's so good,
dude. We have to get involved with this league. Like that, it looks like so much fun. Dude. It looks like so much fun. If you haven't, look them up, check them out. It's baseball, but not really baseball, but it's also awesome.
It's so sick.
It's so lighthearted.
If a foul ball is caught in the stands, if it's caught, it's an out.
Yeah,
it's so sick.
They do dances and they do like crazy like
the bat on fire.
Yeah. They do crazy like walkouts and shit. It's a pretty cool looking league.
Yeah, looks fun as hell.
It's like next level beer league.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. If you guys check them out, let us know what you think. All right. Chris, with so much negativity going on around the world, what do you do to keep you positive and moving forward? Talk to you guys.
Yeah. Being able just to talk out, we get to do the podcast, once a week, but we also meet up sometimes a couple times during the weekend or week. I think anytime you're able to talk to anyone, whatever capacity, even if it's online, whatever it is, I think that's good. I'm obviously big on having the things that, having things in your life to like bring you kind of joy or peace or a mental break, whatever that is. And then just, this sounds so easy. It's difficult, but it really does come down to, there's a lot of negativity, a lot of ugliness. There's just a lot of bad in the world. There's going to be a lot of bad that's going to happen to you today, tomorrow.
Yeah.
But choosing to focus on the positive things that do happen, even if it's very few, or the positive things that are going on in the world or things that you see. I think, your perception of things can really change a lot for you. It can change how you feel. It can change just changing your outlook on life could literally change your life.
That's fair. Big things coming. Thanks, Martin. Do you think reality TV is all planned and scripted? Absolutely.
Yeah, I think most of it is.
Except for that one show that Martin told us to watch. It's called Old Enough. It's the Japanese TV show about they put these like 2 to 5 year old kids to do tasks.
It's insane.
It's insane. I watched it and I was like, this is interesting. This is so good though. It's so cute.
But yeah, I know like a lot of even if there's not necessarily like a script that you got to learn word for word, there's situations that they know they're gonna put you in.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Yeah. But from Martime, if you could be good at dancing, which style of dance would it be and why? For me, salsa and like swing, right? Because I feel like we're getting to that age where we're going to a lot more weddings and we're going to a lot more events like that. I think it would be sick to just be able to be like, oh yeah, watch this, and just like
I'm kind of
straight up dance.
I wish I could just do like 70s. Almost
disco?
like 70s, like basically I want to dance like Michael Jackson. That's never left my heart.
That's it? That's what you want to do?
Yeah. You bust out Michael Jackson now.
True.
Still goes off.
Facts. Okay. I was expecting you to be like, I would just be like a B-boy. Pull out the cardboard.
Dude, actually that'd be sick. That'd probably be my number 2. Popping and locking.
Max asked, if you had an opportunity to leave NBR and sing for any band, who would it be and why?
I don't know bands that could actually like pull me away. Like if it was like I have to do this, I have to quit everything else and do this, it'd be really difficult. But I mean, it would be fun. Like there's just bands I would love to sing for.
Not even for Ignite.
Well, yeah. So I knew. Have we talked about this on the podcast?
I don't think so. I don't think officially.
Okay. Well, I was at Zoli from Ignite's one of his last shows. Ignite is like one of my all-time favorite bands. Zoli's one of my all-time favorite vocalists, and so like they basically were saying that they were done, and so when I talked to their bassist Brent, basically just like asked him, or I think I was telling him like wishing them luck and stuff, and he kind of more or less said like we're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
And so that wasn't all the confirmation I got. Like I didn't get an invite or nothing like that. The minute I heard that, I hit up Daniel and I was like, Daniel, I need you.
I need you to riff some Ignite songs for me.
Yeah. So Daniel, actually, I have him. So Daniel recorded for me Bleeding, Veteran, and Let It Burn. And so I had them, and I was like getting ready to record them because I wanted to do like an actual like studio recording of me singing these songs, and then I wanted to do a live sing through so they could see that I can do it.
I have an idea. How would you feel about releasing those like as covers on the Walking Blind YouTube channel? If we hit like a certain
number, I'll do it.
number, we gotta let's look at where we're at. We'll
Okay.
figure out what number that is. But
Okay.
hear Mike Perez singing some Ignite songs because I know that you took it very, very seriously.
Yeah, dude,
You were legit like,
Yeah, I was like training, like I was doing, like I was I was gonna do it for reals, and then the pandemic happened,
vid happened.
and then I kind of just I wasn't thinking about the talks of MBR didn't come until like much later, and then once that was a thing, then obviously that got my attention again, but yeah, Ignite. I mean, obviously, I'd like there's bands that I'd love to sing for, but I'd much rather hear like Stick to Your Guns. Like it'd be so much fun to sing for Stick to Your Guns, but I would much rather watch Stick to Your Guns with Jesse and hear Jesse.
Yeah.
Like, I'd love to sing for Have Heart, but I would not sound as cool.
Absolutely not.
Like, you know what I mean? Like Shai Hulud, same thing. I'd love to sing for Shai Hulud, but there's no way on the Lord's green earth that I'd be able to like get it timing wise. Yeah. So I don't know. There's those. I guess those are just some bands. I would love to sing for Maroon 5, but same thing. I'd rather hear Adam sing. Songs About Jane is still one of my all-time favorite albums.
So when you went to go do your church stuff, on what was that? Was that Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. Me and Martin went to downtown Riverside, and there was a dude playing the saxophone, playing some Maroon 5 jams while we were there. So yeah, pretty excited about that. He was ripping it too. All right, from Chris, is there something you guys are self-conscious about that you don't like talking about in fear of getting made fun of? Something I hate I do is stuttering. I've never really noticed that you stuttered, Chris.
Yeah, I don't think I noticed either.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever noticed that. I have a hard time singing in front of people. It's a weird thing.
Something that I get embarrassed. I don't know.
But I don't think, to be fair though, I don't think there's anything that like I'm afraid to be made fun of.
Yeah.
For, because I'm very much the person where I'm insecure about something. I'm gonna point it out before you can. Like,
I think I have weird opinions on things. I don't know if that's
like what, Michael? Explain.
just things. But another time. Oh, I know something that I kind of get. I'll be like self-conscious about it. I can parallel park. I don't do well.
Let's be real here.
Parking in general, I don't do well.
Mike is also insecure about his gray hair.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to think. I don't think there's really anything that I'm afraid to like be made fun of for. Yeah, I don't think there's. For the most part, I'm pretty much like like the whole Eminem and 8 Mile thing. Like, I'm gonna beat you to the punch on all of this shit.
Yeah.
You know. So I make fun of myself for everything constantly. I have weird. I can admit. I think I talked about this on the episode with Andrew, but I have like weird body dysmorphia where I think I'm way more overweight than I am. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel that too, I guess.
That's why we have this table here. And that's why we don't sit at the couch anymore.
Dude, oh man, that was so hard. I'm proud of us for releasing that.
Yeah.
We
were committed. We had to.
I was like,
especially when we wore the red shirts. That was a choice.
Dude, it's like maybe we just do audio only.
Bad lighting. Yeah.
That's when I was like, maybe we were meant for just audio.
Maybe we have voices for radio. Enjoyed hanging with you guys on Wednesday. Dude, Chris, it's always fun. There was a Burner State show on Wednesday. We didn't talk about that.
Oh yeah, it went well.
Yeah.
It was funny. It was a funny show. It was I'm gonna just say it was a learning experience for Burner State.
Mike and I ate grilled cheeses. Literally on the menu, it said Texas grilled cheese with a meat.
A meat.
A meat. We didn't know what it was. I think it was bacon, but the consistency and texture wasn't really bacony.
It was good. I mean, I was so hungry, so I really don't know. It could be dog shit, but I was so hungry.
Yeah, it was a good grilled cheese though. Chris, once again, dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Dogs, unless the cats are huge to me.
I don't know what to say. Or kittens, I guess. I like kittens.
And I'm talking like big cats, like lions and tigers.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's cool then.
Those are cool. Mostly dogs though. And my favorite animals are wolves. So.
I freaking love like watching lion videos, like all of them. If it's them attacking something, or the ones where it's like them like hugging people and shit, or like when they see, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I can watch those videos that's like a weird rabbit hole that I can get caught in.
Did I ever tell you about my wolf dog experience when I was in Northern California?
Mm-mm.
I don't know. It's bad. We're only 23 episodes in. I don't know what stories we've told and what we haven't.
I know.
I was in Northern California for a wedding, and I was sitting in this hotel room, and I'm sitting, or not in a hotel room, in a hotel like you know where the elevators are. There's like a little sitting area sometimes where you can just sit and wait. You're like on the 4th floor. There's a seating area. I don't know what it's called. Anyway,
A lobby for it.
Is it like an elevator lobby? Okay, so I'm sitting in the elevator lobby, and I'm sitting on a chair. I'm like waiting for my dad to come out of his room. And I'm sitting there, and the elevator door opens, and I'm looking down at my phone, but I notice that there's a dog coming out, right? So I like kind of look up, and this dog, like I'm sitting down in a chair like this, lean forward on my phone, and this dog is like here. It was huge. And he comes like bounding out of the elevator, and I was like, what the, like, where is this massive dog coming from? So the dude, I was like, oh my God. And I'm watching this dog come at me, and like half of me is like, this dog is so beautiful. The other half is like, I'm going to die, because I don't know where this mystery beast is coming from. And it like dog just like comes running up to me, and I kind of like sat back, and the guy was like, oh no, he's cool. And I was like, who, me or the dog? Right. And then so like I start petting the dog, and I'm like, dude, this, like, you could just feel like you pet his head, and his head's like bigger than mine. Like just
dude,
full
so
on.
cool.
And the guy's like, yeah, he's a wolf dog, but he took more to the wolf side. This dog had to be like 150 pounds. It was massive. It was so big, and it, like you could just feel like how strong it was, but it was so chill. I was like, dude, this thing is insane. Like, this is insane. But I've always loved wolves. I've always loved big dogs like that too.
Same, and I have a Shih Tzu.
Yeah. So. All right, Max, probably answered this before, but what does the name No Bragging Rights mean, and what are the origins of it?
So I wanted to have, because mind you, came from, like, we're a punk band, so we wanted to have something humble or something like kind of like self-deprecating, like in a way, like, you know, like the Losers or something like that. But all those fun ones were taken, and so No Bragging Rights kind of came from just like I just like the idea of like team, you know, like I took it as like no bragging rights, as in as a band or a unit, like we're all in this band, like there's no one above the other. and it's music. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like, who gives a shit? It was kind of like my attitude about, like, we play music, like we play punk music, like, it, whatever. And so we have nothing to. It's funny when people take art so serious and they think it's something to, like, hold over somebody else.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't know. I guess I don't know if that's the punk in me or whatever, but, like, that has always been funny to me when I see, like, someone just high on themselves because, like, they sing well, or, like, high on themselves because, I don't know, they play guitar.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know if that answered that.
It answers it enough.
I was 14 years old, I think. Yeah.
Ty, Doctor Strange on May 7th. Absolutely, because on May 6th, we're going to be playing a show at Rockefeller's. It's going to be Burner State. It's going to be Torture Culture. It is going to be Darsum. It's going to be Harsh Reality. It is going to be Shiva. Yeah. And it is going to be
No Hard Feelings.
No Hard Feelings. Starts at 8 p.m. Rockefeller's. Check it out. Have fun. Come out. Circle pit with us. Stay tuned. Yes. It'll be fun. And then yes to Doctor Strange on May 7th. From Jesse, what instrument can you guys play, and what other instruments do you wish you'd learned? Play is debatable.
Yeah.
I can strum a little guitar. I can play a little bass. I could play some keys. I can play violin. I don't know if people knew that.
I don't know. I mean, I in a way I did because you're Filipino, but
yep.
I could play guitar. I mean, not well enough to write, I guess is what I always say.
Yeah, well enough to get the basic ideas of riffs down.
Yeah, I can play bass, I guess, just because I can more or less know how it works. And that's about it. I wish I knew how to play piano. If I could have right now the gift of, it would be piano and saxophone.
Saxophone is, yeah.
Just a tasty, sexy sax solo. Dude, have you heard Never Never from Footloose?
I feel like
it comes out so hard. The saxophone comes out early too.
Who do you think would win in a fight? This is from Mojo. Who do you think would win in a fight? Chuck Norris or Bruce Lee?
I mean, I think Bruce Lee. Even though I feel like in a real fight, knowing now that, like, Chuck Norris he's a freaking black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, maybe Chuck Norris wins that. And I also feel like he has weight on him.
I feel like there was something that came out where Chuck Norris, I could be getting this wrong, and if I am, please correct me, but where Chuck Norris was asked this question, and Chuck Norris was like, hey, I did all these martial arts and got all these black belts in martial arts before I acted, right? Bruce Lee was an actor that learned Kung Fu, essentially. So while, yes, Bruce Lee was, like, incredibly talented and, is, like, the icon, Bruce Lee was also an actor, and Chuck Norris was a martial artist before he went into it, right? And plus, we all know that Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups; he pushes the world down.
Right. And maybe it wasn't Chuck Norris, but isn't there, like, a story about like they kind of touched on it in the Quentin Tarantino movie where, like, one of the
I haven't watched that movie. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I still haven't watched that movie. I'm sorry,
Michael.
I still haven't watched it, but I heard that they did talk about it because wasn't Bruce Lee's daughter upset about it?
Yeah. And apparently that was, like, a true thing where, like, he got his ass kicked by one of the stuntmen.
I don't know.
We'll never know.
Anyway, but who do you think would win in a fight?
I kind of changed my answer to Chuck Norris because, like, I feel like he more fun with combat.
The jiu-jitsu thing?
Yeah. But I don't know, speed. Bruce Lee had speed.
Yeah, but Chuck Norris was Walker, Texas Ranger.
Fair. And he... I don't want to say it. He spin kicked the double for our sins.
When your brother was on the show, I kept meaning to ask him, like,
oh my god,
hey Mario, who designed Chuck Norris Jesus? But I kept forgetting.
Dude, my brother's church, Straight up, it's Chuck Norris Jesus.
It's Chuck Norris Jesus.
It looks like. There's nothing about it that looks like. I guess just in what he's wearing, you're like, oh, that's probably Jesus.
Yeah.
But everything about him is
Facially,
Chuck Norris,
Chuck Norris,
dude.
yeah.
Oh, so funny.
I think Chuck Norris would win. And I love Bruce Lee, but I think Chuck Norris would win. All right, Brandon, Chasing Sun's photo. Last band you saw whom you were unfamiliar with that blew you away live.
That was good. Good question.
For me, it was Extortionist.
Oh, nice.
Because honestly, like I think I had listened to some of their songs, but I never got into them. And then when I saw them play live is when I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This is rip.
Live? Oh, man. I feel like there's someone I saw recently. Or. Oh. I was like blown away. Shit. I mean, the kind of I've seen them before, but they just played so well, and I was impressed by how fast they went. Like as far as like, they were just like, we have this much time, we're gonna play like all these songs. Teenage Bell Rocket, I've seen them before, but when I saw them at Punk in the Park, you could tell that they had like, so like, you know, everyone had a set time, but like you could tell they're like, we're gonna play 20 songs in like 15 minutes, and so they just went one after the other. And it was awesome to see. I mean, I just love that band. I know it's not a fair answer. I'm trying to... But moving
on. Chris, you ever think you would be where you are in life when we were 14 and no worries? Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think that at 14 that I thought that this is what we would be doing. Or what I'd be doing.
I don't think I ever would have thought I would have gone back to school or like got my degree.
I don't think I thought I would be working in healthcare.
Yeah.
Not at 14.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah,
yeah. Max, if you went out to set a Guinness World Record, what would it be for realistically? I don't know how to answer this one.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like there'd be like, if there was something for like world's longest catch or something, like dropping like a ball from like a hot air balloon or something. I don't know. I'd be down to try something like that.
I feel like it'd have to be one of those things like, you know, that those are those dudes. Was it you I had this discussion with? You know that there's those dudes that just look at like what record hasn't been broken yet.
Yeah.
Or like, what's the easiest record I can break?
Yeah.
Right? Or like stupid shit like the most world records broken in one day by one person.
Yeah.
You know, things like that.
Or like, yeah, like I think there's some, like, what is it? Like the longest shot made. It's at that point, it's resources.
Yeah.
Like those guys got to go to like be on top of a building and they got to shoot out a hoop. Anyway, something like that, I guess.
Snakes or spiders? Snakes all the way. Fuck spiders.
Dude, my mind's changed a little bit on spiders.
Why?
Probably spiders.
Why?
Just because, or tarantulas. But little ones, no.
Do you know that this scar on the inside of my arm is from a spider bite?
Was it a brown
I think so.
recluse?
I think so. This right here.
Dang.
So when I was in Peru, we went on this like nighttime jungle exploration thing. I think I've told you this story. And me and a buddy of mine, Derek, they were telling us like, oh, like these are these certain fruits that make your whole face numb. And everybody was like, oh, okay. Me and Derek were like, okay, let me try it. You know? So we eat these fruits. And of course, you're like, drooling. Whatever.
Oh, crazy.
Right? So we're walking through the fucking Amazon in the middle of the night, right? And our faces are drooling. And the guide is like shining a flashlight, and there's these webs that's like, here's a tree. The webs sit like this, like a tunnel on the side of the tree, right? And the guy goes, yeah, these are tarantulas, like basically like nests. Mm-hmm. And we're like, what? They have nests? Like, yeah, you know, you just have to make sure that you're looking at the right side. And he's like looking at both sides. And then he sticks his fingers under inside, like one side of the nest. And this tarantula just comes out, like all legs spread open like this, comes out of the thing and falls on the ground in the darkness in the middle of the forest and just runs away. And my face is numb. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Scariest shit ever. I hate spiders. Give me snakes.
Damn.
Give me snakes.
I don't know. I don't like the slithering. That's a tough one.
All right, let's see here. Jesse said bless you because you sneezed. If we reach 5,000 subscribers, will you both shave your heads? Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
5,000 subscribers on the podcast or on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, either one.
Either or. Do you guys even really like each other or do you just put up with each other? It's pretty debatable at times. Yeah.
We play it off so well. We're like a Catholic couple.
We put on a good face.
Staying together for the kids.
Best life hack you've ever learned from Max. I don't know. Best life hack?
I have one for traveling. I guess it's not that special. I don't know, I'm sharing all this stuff. I get like the dry fit underwear, boxers, like the boxer briefs.
Yeah.
Cause they're athletic, so they dry fast. And so I literally would do tours with 3 pairs of underwear. Yeah. And I would just, every time I would go to, like, after I was done playing, if there was a shower, I would shower and I'd scrub it with soap or shampoo, whatever I had. And then I just let it hang out for a minute and it would dry up fast and it's good to go. I kept rotating like that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So it saved space. And I only needed 3 for tour. What are yours?
I don't know.
I feel like there's like a lot of like really random ones.
There's probably so many that I just do on a day-to-day basis that I can't really think of. I don't know. I'm gonna come back to that one because I feel like I'm gonna think of shit like throughout the week and I'm like, oh yeah, I do this. Chris again, flip flops or slides? Mostly slides, just because I don't like the feeling of the tongs in between my toes.
Yeah.
But I also wear Vans to the beach, so that's me.
I can kind of do the toe in between. I don't like it though. I hate both. I hate them both.
So yeah, neither one. Have either of you had an idea of doing something but gave up because you didn't think you could do it?
Yeah. A ton of stuff. You're probably very disappointed in me if you knew all the things that I'm like, I'm going to do that, and I don't. For instance, I have a fucking keyboard in my room.
Remember I said he'd love to learn piano?
Mm-hmm.
You know who plays that? Our vocal teacher.
Yep.
I had the idea of doing a country project, but I gave up on it because I figured nobody wanted to hear a Filipino guy singing country songs. But now it's a new era now.
It's a new era, dude.
So who knows? Brandon, again, is there a particular place outside the country that you have the best memories from playing in? And is there anywhere you've yet to play yet, but one day hope to?
One of my best memories of playing somewhere else, it was in Australia. I think it was Melbourne. And it was because we were playing the after party as Rady's Claws.
Yeah.
And so it was just mayhem because it was just fun and it was all covers. That was really fun. There's some Germany shows that were really cool. Lethbridge on I can't remember if it's Alberta, but yeah, Lethbridge is always really fun even though it's such a small scene.
And is there anywhere you've yet to play but one day hope to?
Japan. Tokyo. Actually, anywhere in Japan.
Weird unpopular belief. For example, my dad is set that men shouldn't wear sandals of any kind. Thank you, Max. I kind of agree. Another weird unpopular belief. Mike doesn't believe in space.
It's not the... Okay, yeah, I guess. That's fine. That just makes it worse when I'm like.
It makes it worse when you try and go deeper into it.
I don't
weird
believe in
unpopular
NASA.
Belief. I don't know. I don't think I have any. Do I have any weird unpopular beliefs?
Yeah, to.
Sometimes with these questions, like when I'm put on the spot, I can't think of anything, and then later on I'll be like, "Ding! Wait a second."
Not conspiracy or anything weird like that.
No, like I mean, if it's like men shouldn't wear sandals, I don't think it should be like conspiracy related, right?
What about clothing? What about guys who wear Air Maxes increasing their shoe? I don't even know. I don't even know if I worded that correctly. I just feel like that's a shoe thing to say.
How about guys that get a pair of Air Maxes and then wear them like twice and then just don't wear them?
Special occasions, guys. Not wearing them to work.
I have a pair of Air Maxes that are like one of the most beautiful pairs of shoes that I own. They're Air Max 1s. They're all the university red and whites, and I'm saving them for a special occasion. Probably like my first date with my wife or something like that. Weird unpopular belief that Mike is my actual friend. Yeah, I got to think about that one. I'm going to come back to that. Jesse asks, will Mike P ever smoke weed, and what are your views on it? Why not Mike A? Why aren't you asking me this question?
You got stoner written all over you.
Fuck. Is that an Asian joke?
I mean, I don't know. I think it has. I truly do believe it has. What's it called? Municipal purposes or
Medicinal.
Municipal. Yeah. It can play anything. Medicinal purposes. I feel like. I don't know. I definitely don't care when it comes to weed. Like I don't care enough unless it's like, and I don't know where I can run into this unless it's me, but it's like, if someone gets like really boring and like they don't want to ever hang out or something, then I'd be like, weed took my friend away.
Yeah. Marijuana took my friend.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't care. I don't feel like, I don't see that big of a problem in it, because I just feel like it's so much less harmful than just over-the-counter medicines.
Even alcohol.
Yeah. Yep.
I think it's less damaging to you than alcohol is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a Mike P question, not a Mike A question. And then something you each collect that no one knows about. I have
dick
a majority.
Pics.
Huh?
I said dick pic.
I got a spank bank full of dick pics.
There was this time. I don't know. Never mind. Actually, I'm gonna finish because that makes me sound like okay.
Yeah, that sounds.
There was a time. It was like, I felt like it was like this month-long period, which I don't know if Martin said something or Christian or somebody did something or said something, and like for like a month, I was getting dick pics from different people on my Snapchat.
That's so funny.
I haven't shared that out loud.
I have like a majority of all my old lyrics.
Cool.
I have notebooks and just like scraps of paper and stuff like that.
Fuck, I wish I could get mine.
That like, and 99% of them are bad. You know, but
Like, growth.
they'll be written on random sheets of paper or like on the backs of random shit or like, yeah.
I think it's good that mine aren't, because I'd look like a serial killer.
Yeah.
Anything I collect that nobody would know about? I'm starting to have a collection of like bobbleheads, but not that cool. I have Trout, I have Otani, and then I have Johnny Cueto. Cueto was from Williams's bachelor party. I don't know. I used to like collecting Hard Rock Cafe t-shirts.
Nice.
I used to have like over 30 or something like that.
I started collecting Harley Davidson t-shirts from the different dealerships. Then I realized how expensive it was going to be. I stopped.
Yeah, the one you had was cool. The one you were wearing the other day. Yeah. I don't know. I used to collect tickets, like my show tickets. I feel like every other teen did that.
I wish I'd have kept flyers.
Yeah, I wish I would have kept. Yeah, I wish I would have kept more MBR things.
Yeah,
like posters and stuff, or some of our like shirt designs that I thought were cool. But I don't know. I don't really collect. I don't think anything. I have a bunch of MBR vinyl.
You collect hearts.
Collect hearts. Yeah, I don't know. That's it, I think.
All right. Well, we have one final question. We've been kind of zooming through these, but before we do, once again, everybody, thank you guys so much for tuning in to us. Shout out Liquid Death. Hopefully, you guys will realize that we're perfect sponsorship material because we promote the fuck out of Liquid Death. So episode 3 of Sucking Liquid Death Stick is in the bags. Also, check us out on all the socials at Walking Blind Pod. Check us out on YouTube, Walking Blind Pod. Check us out on TikTok. Watch Mike do some covers and do some random stuff at Walking Blind Pod. WalkingBlindPod@gmail.com.
Interact with us.
Yeah.
Participate in our discussions.
Let us know who would win between Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee and why.
Yeah.
Let us know why.
Any of the questions you guys hear, unless ones are like.
Wait, hold on. I'm so sorry. We have other questions. We got some questions from the. Let's see. From the Graham and the talks.
Oh.
All right, let's see. We had a question from Steph. What do you guys do for self-comfort? Foods or favorite movie or things like that?
Yeah. I really, if I'm able to, I like to go to the movies. That's like my getaway. I love that. Sushi is my comfort food for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I like to get into like a podcast or something. Take a guilt-free nap. I kind of miss going on hikes. Was it Martin? Yeah, Martin was talking about doing that.
Start that up again.
Yeah, I don't know. Music. All the typical things. I have like a little list, that I kind of go through. But what about yours?
For me, it's just a lot of junk food. Like junk food is kind of my comfort go-to.
Coffee.
Yeah, coffee. And then I don't think that there's any particular movie or anything that I watch, but I like anxiety watch old shows that I've seen 1,000 times. I just let them play in the background while I'm doing other stuff.
Yeah, I kind of watch older movies.
Yeah. Like things that you know are going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Batman Begins.
Yep.
Christian Bale. That's like my, I don't know why that's like my go-to.
And so that also ties into Renee's question, which we hung out with Renee on Wednesday. It was nice to meet you officially for me because we've never met.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It was kind of cool. So she rambled for a little bit, but since she doesn't like me talking about her rambling, we'll just go straight to the question. Do you think the term self-care is becoming more of something people simply talk about instead of them truly understanding its meaning and understanding how important it is?
I mean, I guess so. I guess I'm sure there's a lot of that. Like people just say it and then like, yeah. And then you kind of hear what they say and they do. And you're like, I don't know if that's self-care. That sounds destructive. That sounds destructive. I don't know. I haven't really heard it misused a whole lot or like, cause I feel like every time I've heard other people talk about like, I took a self-care day for myself. Just the fact that they didn't go to work, I'm just like, that counts. you know, yeah, I don't know. I haven't really heard it being misused too much. Is that the question? Is that?
Do you think that it's become more of a term that people simply talk about, but they don't really understand its meaning or how important it is?
The importance of it, maybe not. Actually, okay, I get the question a little bit more now. Maybe they don't understand the importance. I think they more or less like the concept of it.
Yeah.
And just the short term. Yeah.
They should be doing it.
Yeah, like I don't have to go to work today, which is fine on its own, but the idea behind it should be like so you can like reset. So you can come back, you can relax, you can recharge, whatever it is. But, you know, a lot of people have different ways of doing that.
Yeah. I think that self-care has actually become more of like something that people think that they should be doing, right? But not fully understanding what it means to them, because I think self-care is different for everybody. And, you know, I guess in a way, like you're the only person that's going to really know what self-care means to you and how important it is to you to do it. Because everybody's different. Everybody has different coping mechanisms and things like that. So, but that is a good question, because I think there's a lot to mental health now that it's more in the public eye and it's more, accessible to everybody, that there's just a lot of generalizations about it, right? Like it should just be like, oh yeah, like I'm a mental health advocate. And you're like, well, what does that mean? Like, well, I support mental health. Like how? Like what do you do? Well, I support that it's there.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, I think that there's a lot that, a lot that could be talked about. There's still so much more to be talked about too. Okay, so final question, and this one comes from Martin.
Fuck.
He said, Mike, what product do you use to keep your hair so gray? It's amazing.
He said it literally as we're getting off the live, like having a nice little chat with everybody. And I'm like, all right, guys, we're going to do the podcast. And then Martin drops that.
And boom, bro.
There actually is an answer. So I use Layrite because freaking Jake got me hooked on his hair product that he no longer has. But so now I use Layrite and Super Hold. It makes my hair look less gray. But I use cement because it lasts longer, holds my hair better, and I can move it like a lot easier too. I don't want to end with that one as my last one. Should I read the Renee one?
Sure.
Fuck you, Martin. So Renee had sent me this, and I know that we've talked about this, but I've never gone into the why. And she asked, I know you told me that singing is one of the things that makes you feel better when you're stressed. Why do you feel anxiety at shows? And that was the subtext to that was I'd mentioned how, because Renee I used to work with her, and she said that it was nice to see me in like a show environment because she knows it's like, obviously what I do. And I think she even said something about like how I looked like stress free, or I looked and I said, well, it's actually one of the places where I feel the most anxiety. And the why, there's a lot of things. So so if I'm anxiety of the show, there's just a lot of stuff. Because I want to be, my big one is I want to be everywhere. When people come out to our shows, I want to talk to everyone that's there. I want to let them know that I appreciate them coming out. I want to just connect with, whoever's their friends. If there's potentially someone new that is, a potential new fan or friend, whatever you want to call them. I want to meet everyone. I want to talk to everyone. I will always carry a sense of I always have a sense of like concern, or like, one of the stresses that, somebody will approach me with something and I will have like responded poorly or not well, or I'll feel like I didn't help, or like I feel like they'll have like a bad experience meeting me. I don't know if that's like I don't know. And then I don't really have too much anxiety about like the actual performance. Like the only thing I really had about for the last show was just like gassing out early. Like that would have sucked really bad if I would have been like super tired after like 3 songs in. But I try not to like, I don't focus on that when it comes, especially at the show. So I'd say my stress just comes from the other things about wanting to be everywhere at once and I can't, not being able to control everyone's experience. You know, I don't know. Like I feel bad if I see someone at a show and I just know they're like, they feel uncomfortable. And I'm like, I get it. or like, I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry you don't know more people here. I'm sorry you don't understand like what's happening around you right now. And so I get anxiety from that. I don't know. I guess I think just a big thing is I don't like the idea that I will not be able to help someone that comes to me with something.
Yeah.
That will weigh on me. And then I don't know what it is when I'm at a show that I'm not even playing or I have anxiety. I don't know. I still don't even really know. Like I get super uncomfortable. Mike's seen it from like a drinking standpoint for me. I don't know what it is, but I will say this. I've been going to shows like since I was like a little kid. And so I can hide it the best at shows. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I can be mentally a mess at most shows, but I hide it. I feel like I hide it really well. So
it's really interesting to see like when you have those moments, because I think only the people that are actually close to you in a way like will notice that, right? Or will notice that like he just got a 32-ounce Kona and 75% of it is gone and we've been here for 4 minutes, you know? And that's coming from Mike, who like isn't a heavy drinker at all. And then there's just also like you could see like there's aspects where like you have to have something in your hands, or you have to like almost be doing something, otherwise you'll see Mike get fidgety, right? Like he'll start to kind of like it's like anxiety.
It is,
right?
Yeah.
And still, I mean, you've explained it and you've talked about it, and I still like, I guess I don't like, I'm trying to understand it and I don't fully understand it. Like there's aspects of it that I do get, and then other aspects where I'm like, huh. Okay.
Like you're surrounded by people who are like, it's like, I'm not worried for my safety.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like,
I'm not.
And you're surrounded by people that like, in a sense, like love you, you know, like, and I'm not saying that as like from like a rock star perspective or anything.
No.
Generally, like when we go to shows, especially like lately when we've been going to local shows, like people know who you are, right? Like they know who you are, and they know, you know, like what you do and what you're involved with, and or like I had somebody come up to me, ask me a question about you because they were nervous to talk to you, and then they they had like a straight up like almost meltdown when you came over, and I'm like, here's Mike, this is a fan type thing. So like, you know, I guess like, does that make the anxiety worse? In
a way, because again, I don't want to. I want, like, especially like if someone who's like supports our music or whatever, then like I'm like excited about that.
Yeah.
And so I want to meet them. I'm happy to meet them.
Yeah.
But I'm like always nervous that like, what if I'm like just like being, I know myself.
Yeah.
I know myself. I know how I can look sometimes.
I'm an asshole.
Yeah, dude. Like, or just like very like, yeah, like, I don't know. There's just some things where I'm just not the most expressive, even though I genuinely care a lot, or like I'm excited about something, and I know I don't always like show it on my face, but I don't know. I just don't want people to like walk away being like, well, fuck him.
Yeah.
You know, or like
that guy.
Yeah, and especially when that's not like how I feel at all. Like it's not like, you know, like because I know that like I'm sure people have I like at least, or maybe this is I'm right now this is probably not reality. This is just feel versus real for me.
Yeah.
I feel a lot of the time whenever I talk to other bands, you know, I feel like I feel like I come across as disingenuous when like they tell me about their band or what they're doing, and I'm excited for them.
Yeah.
and I'm excited for what they're doing for the scene. And so I don't know. Sometimes I hate walking away thinking like he thinks I'm fake. He thinks I don't care.
Yeah.
Or he thinks like I'm here for, I don't know why he thinks I'm here. You know what I mean? Like I run into, that's like one of the things that I think goes through my head a lot. I just feel like people, which is funny, going back to 2 weeks ago about the people judging you. I think I care about everything, anything else in my life. I think maybe it shows the one place where I care.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting.
Interessante.
We'll just dive into this on the next episode of the Walking Blind podcast. Yeah. Thank you guys again so much. We love you guys. We'll see you soon. Peace.